RNZ are out and about, cutting loose, live broadcast, and we're joined now by the musical director from last year's Silver Scrolls, Godfrey De Grut. I've been looking forward to meeting you for many years, my friend.
Oh, thank you very much.
You know how to use one of those microphones, don't you?
Every now and again.
Because I would have first come across you probably when you were playing keys in the Crates. That's when I would have first become aware of you. Around 99, 2000, around there?
Yeah, 99, 2000, I think that was exactly it.
And the Crates, what a tight band.
Oh, it was a good time. A lot of love in that band, and a lot of those friendships have continued on, and I still work with a couple of those guys to this day, so it's fantastic.
And then, because I was working for New Zealand On Air at the time, and I used to go and see a lot of bands, I used to see you pop up on stage with different people, and I was like, wow, a lot of people use Godfrey for various ring-in tasks, it seems.
Yeah. No,
I was like, this guy must be very versatile. He must be very good.
I just couldn't say no. In fact, I still have a real issue with saying no. So if something is offered, I generally say yes. And I've been really lucky to have some friends who have been extremely talented in what they do, and they just ring me up. So I've continued on that road for the last 20 years.
Which must have made it easier. You were musical director last year, which means you organise who's going to be performing the songs, but also you had the Silver Scrolls Orchestra there last year. You must have known who to ring in for that pretty quick smart.
Well, yeah. Sheree Matheson and I were offered that role, and we thought, what could we do to differentiate? Perhaps it was the 50th anniversary, something very special. We've been coming to this award for 10 years, 20 years, shit, and the idea of the orchestra was formulated, and we approached Ants, and he said, go for it.
Yeah.
And we had a database of just all the most fun people to hang out with, essentially. And we rang them all up, and they all said yes, and we got to do it.
Everybody said yes, huh?
Yep, everybody said yes.
Well, I watched the show from right at the back of the hall last year, and I was like, that's the best New Zealand house band I could ever imagine. I want those guys to be on a show. We should do it, actually. If you could ever get them back together.
Oh, we could. Musicians will do anything for money.
Hop on RNZ and be the Music 101 house band for a day.
Totally.
Was there a little bit of pressure being the musical director for the 50th anniversary also?
Oh, yeah. Well, Sheree and I, she's a singer and performer, and so all we do really is talk about music at home.
Right.
And the kids probably hate us, but it's our passion.
I don't think they hate you, man. We tend to have a love
kids,
for our parents.
Perhaps. Well, I mean, we just get very technical very quickly, and then the kids tell us to be quiet, and they want to do other things. But because it's such a passion, we constantly talk about it. So the pressure of the show wasn't anything more than usual, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Did Sean SJD call you up for any advice?
No.
No. He knows what he's doing.
He's got it well in hand.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
He's been around the block.
And you were just telling me that you teach music at AUT, is that right?
Auckland University.
Auckland University, right.
Yeah, and the popular music program.
And how do you teach music these days with everything changing so fast? It's not like you just teach how to read music or, oh, this is a guitar or this is a piano anymore. Now there's...
Things have definitely changed.
A million ways to make music.
And over the last 10 years since I've been involved in the tertiary environment, generally speaking, students are not studying a lot of theory at secondary school anymore. So they're focused on electronic devices, computers to manipulate music, and so we have to keep up with that and change our curriculum.
And is music theory still important?
Oh, totally, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I still get friends of mine who perhaps grew up not with theory. They give me phone calls every now and again asking about particular things. Because you reach a certain point where it becomes harder to talk about music unless you get that little bit of extra language. And those little extra words that you can find in studying theory enable you to communicate more efficiently with others.
You've won a Silver Scroll before, Misty Frequencies, obviously. You co-wrote that song. Are you a betting man?
Betting man?
Yeah, do you have an opinion as to who might win this evening?
Sheree and I were talking about this, actually. It's a real hard call, Alex. I'm not sure. My money would be on... Oh, no, I can't go there.
Look, I was asked this question earlier this afternoon on the radio, and I said my money was on Give Up Your Dreams.
Yep.
Because I think, I mean, they're all great songs, but I think a lot of the support from the songwriters, the APRA songwriters, will be with Phoenix Foundation. So my money would probably be there.
Okay.
And Dark Horse Lydia Cole is what I said.
Okay, you're a betting man, obviously.
No, I'm not. I work in the media, and we have to ask these questions
you know the numbers.
quite a lot.
All right.
All right, so you're staying mum, huh? All right. That's cool, man.
Yeah, it's a real tough one because, like you say, the APRA membership, sometimes they vote in peculiar ways.
Well, and this is, just in case anybody's just tuned in or doesn't know exactly how it works, it's the 10,000 members of APRA that decide the winner, right?
Yeah. So the small panel will decide the top 20, and then from there that is opened up to the 10,000 odd.
No one knows who's on the small panel, do they? Do you know? Oh, you probably know. You're probably on the small panel.
It's kept under wraps.
Okay,
but,
yeah.
Things like who's more current, who's touring, these might have effects. Of course, your fan base comes into account as well. I think some artists perhaps know more people. They're older. I never know from year to year. It's always such a surprise.
A real pleasure to meet you, Godfrey.
You too.
And I look forward to the next time you come into RNZ and play us some tunes.
If you need a house band, we'll do it.
I'm on the lookout for a house band, my friend.
Cool.
Thank you so much.